everyone, this is WarhawkBeyond2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I'm going to give my thoughts and predictions on the upcoming WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view event, which is scheduled to take place in the UK on Saturday, July 1st, 2023. So I'm going to give my predictions for the entire card from top to bottom. So we're going to get started with my first prediction, which is for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And this features Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. As much as I would love to see either LA Knight or Damian Priest win this match, as I feel they've been the most hot and they're on a real roll of their careers, respectively, I'm going with Logan Paul because I know how much WWE like to shock fans and care so much about the ratings. So I'm going with Logan Paul because, he's been on a real roll. As much as I don't like him, he's been putting on some excellent in-ring performances since he came into WWE. And, WWE just love showcasing celebrities. So I'm picking Logan Paul to go over and win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match and retrieve that briefcase. So on to the next match, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which features Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Out of all of these wrestlers, I'm choosing Zelina Vega to retrieve the briefcase and win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match because I was very impressed with her performance against Rhea Ripley. I thought, she came very close to winning the championship, and I think she deserves it. Trish Stratus is a part-timer. I don't see her winning the contract, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. But I don't see her winning. Same with Bayley. I don't see her winning either. Io Sky, I like her, but I just don't see her winning either. Becky Lynch, we've seen her go after the championship one too many times. It's kind of getting a bit old now. So I'd personally like to see Zelina Vega. I think she deserves it. So I'm choosing her to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. I love Cody Rhodes, but how much of an upset would it be if Dominic Mysterio beat him? I'm going to pick him. I'm picking Dominic Mysterio to win this match just to see the reaction from the fans booing the hell out of him for beating, a fan favourite in Cody Rhodes. And I think I can actually see Brock Lesnar maybe getting involved and costing Cody Rhodes the match, allowing Dominic Mysterio to pick up the win. So I'm choosing him just purely for reaction purposes. I just think it will be such a laugh to see Dominic Mysterio walk out of the UK with bucket loads of heat, as if he didn't have enough already. Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going with Seth Rollins simply because he's only just won the championship and it would just be a bit silly to drop it so soon after winning it. But I do think Finn Balor will put on a very strong performance. I think he has a very good chance of possibly winning, but I don't see him going over. So I see Seth Rollins retaining his newly won world title. Bloodline Civil War. The Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. I can possibly see this match close out the show because this storyline has been the main focal points for WWE for almost 3 years now, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. I can see Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa going over and defeating the Usos, but I strongly believe that the Usos will come very close to defeating the Bloodline, and they'll put on a very strong performance. And I don't see this being a one-done kind of match. I can see this carrying on for quite a few months and maybe blowing up at around SummerSlam time. So I'm picking Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa to go over. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I can see Rousey and Baszler going over, and I can see Rousey making Morgan tap out with her deadly armbar submission hold. They're a great heel tag team, great champions, and I can see this rivalry continuing for maybe a couple of more months, maybe blowing up at SummerSlam. So I'm going with Rousey and Baszler to retain their tag team titles. Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther has been on the greatest role I think I've ever seen for a wrestler, and he's really made the Intercontinental Championship mean something again. Not since the days of Randy Orton when he was the Legend Killer as part of Evolution have I seen someone not only hold the Intercontinental title for so many months, but put on such strong performances, quite like Gunther. And, Matt Riddle, he's hot, very talented, but I see Gunther retaining and continuing on his historic run as Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion. So I'm choosing him to go over. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your predictions for these matches at WWE Money in the Bank 2023? Do you agree with them, or do you have your own predictions? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.